Now, the discussion that I was just having with Colonel Rich Outzen, he made it very clear that there is a new supreme leader in Iran, but he could very likely be the target of US and American forces again, and Israeli forces again. Now, the war in Iran, it is raging. Israel and US are continuing their attacks on the Islamic Republic. Tehran is also responding with fire and fury. Iranian attacks are not just centered on Israel, but also on American bases across West Asia. But both US and Israel, they are feeling that pinch, as American and Israeli interceptors are firing million-dollar missiles to intercept Iranian drones that cost fraction of that cost, just a few $1,000s each. The sheer cost of survival is reaching a breaking point. We are witnessing a high-stakes gamble where Iran isn't trying to outgun the superpowers, but just to outlast their weapons. Look at this next report.
Precision strikes, fireballs lighting up the night sky. Iranian military facilities collapsing under relentless bombardment. The US and Israel say they are crippling Iran's war machine. But behind the explosions, analysts warn that Tehran may be fighting a very different war. A war that's designed not to win quickly, but to outlast these superpowers.
The United States military began major combat operations in Iran.
If no action was taken now, no action could be taken in the future.
America is winning.
We're going to continue to do well. We have the greatest military in the world by far.
But the UK would not join the initial strikes on Iran.
The hardest hits are yet to come from the US military.
Wave after wave of strikes by the Israel Defense Forces and the United States military have pounded Iranian military infrastructure. Command centers, missile storage sites, radar facilities, launch bases. From the air, the campaign looks devastating. Explosions ripple across bases. Hardened shelters collapse. Precision bombs carve through concrete as jets roar overhead. But the battlefield may tell a more complicated story, because Iran's strategy may not depend on winning the opening rounds. It may depend on surviving them. Military analysts say Tehran appears to be fighting a war of endurance. A strategy built around attrition, cost, and time. Iran's weapons are often far cheaper than the systems which are used to stop them. A single interceptor missile fired by air defense batteries can cost millions of dollars. In contrast, some Iranian drones cost only a fraction of that. Every incoming drone forces defenders to fire another expensive interceptor. Over days and weeks, that equation begins to matter. Reports suggest missile interceptor stockpiles across parts of the region are under pressure as the war drags on. Air defense systems must constantly reload to maintain the protective shield over cities and bases. Meanwhile, Iran continues to fire missiles, rockets, waves of drones. Even if many are intercepted, the strategy forces the defenders to keep spending. Iran has long prepared for this type of a conflict. Its doctrine emphasizes large numbers of relatively inexpensive weapons launched in repeated salvos. The goal is not just destruction, it is exhaustion. If the conflict stretches into months, supply chains, production lines, and ammunition stockpiles could become as important as battlefield victories. For now, these skies remain crowded with interceptors and incoming threats. But the deeper question is whether the war will be decided by technology or by endurance. Because in a long conflict, the side that lasts longer may ultimately hold the advantage.